Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of End Time Prophecy Inside with your host, Takonabana. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notifications of new videos and updates. This is a quick one, a reaction to what has just happened in the United States. There's been a suicide bombing or a shooting, a mass shooting. It was intended to be a mass shooting per se. We don't know the intent as we're following the news, but this is something that is coming as a backlash, I believe, from what the US president did in making a deal with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, as well as recognizing Syria, and as well what others have perceived as sidelining Israel. And you know what? This is a question that everyone is asking, or rather observing that there has been a rise in antisemitism since the war has started. And well, if you check, you discover that the person was actually screaming free Palestine. He did it for Gaza or free Palestine. And that's what has been the rise of antisemitism throughout the world. There are other instances, but I just want you to check in this video, which I wanted us just to take a look, just to settle the scores, that what Donald Trump has done might actually have a serious backlash on the Jewish community all across the world. And this is what I've been saying, that there is a giant that is about to rise on the world stage or on the world affairs, that is anti-Semitism or anti-Christian bias, or the Antichrist spirit is actually getting energized in this day and age. And this is something that I just wanted us to keep it as a side note at the back of our head. Please watch the video, which I wanted us to take a look. There was someone who had witnessed the case, and a reporter from Fox News got re-mystified when he held this report.
All right, let's bring in Katie Kalisher. She was inside the Capitol Jewish Museum when those gunshots were ringing out, and she actually was the one who took that video that we've been showing of the suspect being arrested and yelling "Free Palestine." Katie, thank you so much for sending us the video and coming on with us this morning.
Sure, good morning.
Good morning. What was going through your head? Describe what's happening here.
So I was at the museum for this nice event, and suddenly we heard some gunshots coming from outside the building, maybe 10, 15 gunshots. And we didn't really understand what's going on, but there was a man who came in, and he's like saying, like, call the police, and he's covered in rain and he looks very distressed. And so we're trying to offer him some help. And even one of my friends asks him, like, are you okay? Can I get you some water? And he's like, yeah, actually, that'd be great. And I'm like, so do you like this museum? And he's like kind of playing dumb with me. He's like, oh, what kind of museum is this? And I'm like, it's a Jewish museum. And he asks, do you think that's why they did it, in reference to the gunshots we had heard? And I was like, yeah, maybe. I don't know, but I don't think so. I hope not. And that's when he reaches into his bag and pulls out a keffiyeh and says to me, I did it. I did this for Gaza. And then he starts shouting, free Palestine. And the police show up and arrest him.
So, Katie, I want to, that what you just described.
You were talking to the suspect.
You were talking to the alleged killer right there. Now that you know that he is the person. He had just killed two people outside of it. You were standing right in front of him. You could have easily been the next person. Have you thought about that?
Absolutely.
And what goes through your head?
I feel very lucky to be alive. And I feel extremely sad for the victims, their families. It could have been me.
Katie, can I ask you something? When you looked at this guy, did you see a deranged individual? I mean, how do you shoot somebody and be that calm afterwards? What did you see when you looked at him?
He wasn't calm. He looked very scared, but I thought it was because he had just witnessed a murder. I didn't think for a second he was actually the murderer.
Wow. And then he said he admitted it to you, which means you'll probably be called into court and you'll have to testify about this, because it sounds like he said, I did it for, did he say Hamas or did he say Gaza?
I did it for Gaza.
For Gaza.